There's a common saying, all that glitters isn't always gold. This means that just because it appears to be golden doesn't necessarily mean it is gold. Many gold miners during the gold rush would get away with a metal that had similar properties of gold but wasn't. It wasn't long before traders caught on to the scandalous behavior and eventually put an end to it. Women have a tendency of turning to a religion when all else has failed, and I'm always for anybody turning to God. However, is it genuine, or is it the fool's gold scandal repeating itself all over again? There's another saying that's worth mentioning, and that's once a who, always a hoe. Living a life of homie hopping and seeking God is a far better turnaround than continuing to rack up body counts. But is she genuine about her intentions, or is it a desperate attempt to cloak herself of the shame she feels for herself? Who's to say she won't just fall back to her old way of living? There's no saying, and that's why it is always important to exercise caution. I've heard many women talk about going to church when they get older, but for now, they are going to live their best lives because they are here for a good time and not a long time. Why would these women say this? It's obvious. Because all the faithful men living have already given their life up to a religion. Women who have no time to deal with the men they once made time for will pursue men who want families and a healthy family life. It only makes sense to take the approach of being a young, beautiful woman bouncing on phallic-shaped objects, having fun out partying and whatnot. Then, when they begin to grow old with no family, decide to go to church to seek a faithful family man. This sounds ideal to any woman, which is why you can see it happening. Sometimes these women will make rash decisions to turn quote-unquote religious after a breakup, especially with an unfaithful man. What better way to remedy that than to surround yourself with men that would feel extremely guilty by just looking at another woman while married? I'm not a woman, obviously, but if I were, I would seek these men out just so I wouldn't feel the slightest bit worried of getting played. Especially if she is unattractive. If she hypothetically were to only pursue a faithful man, there's no doubt in my mind that she could strip him of that faith and have him worshiping her backside. There's no telling that she has deep roots in her own faith, so this may be easy with just a few manipulation tactics she picked up in her younger years. I once dated a church girl in my early to mid-20s, and I went into the relationship thinking I'd have some loyalty reciprocated back to me. I wanted a good girl raised by a proper family. Little did I know that she was quite the rebel considering her family was super religious. She secretly didn't want to pursue the same faith, and I was burdened with seeing some pictures and videos of her in the party scene. No, not those kinds of videos, but pretty damn close to those kinds of videos. She was the laughingstock of the church, and she didn't really care. I should have known better because when we first dated, she spread her legs for me faster than a boiling clam. I learned very quickly that sometimes these girls are not what people make them out to be, and that the preacher's daughter stereotype can be rather true due to differences of ideology from such a young age. Christian women specifically can easily dupe another Christian man because these men tend to be sheltered and have no street smarts because of it. They don't understand the true nature of a woman when she is in heat. He may be saving himself for her until marriage, but who's to say she will do the same? She may just like the idea of it and find it to be sweet while she goes out partying every weekend with her friends. Men involved with Christianity are the only kind of men like this because men in other cultures are more inclined to hop from woman to woman. In Islamic culture, the women cover themselves to not reveal themselves as she is sacred for her husband's eyes only. However, we know in Western society that this is far from the case and women can prey on men's naivete. The more liberal these women become, the further they stray from devotion to her man and God alike. And even today, we are seeing this idea crumble in the Middle East. We are beginning to see a woman's moral compass dwindle to nothing, and on the contrary, we are seeing atheism rise. Atheists often embody a nihilistic approach to life that nothing matters. So why not rack up a body count of 50 plus, because who cares? I will find a man to love me anyways. What people don't really grasp here is if you are not willing to devote yourself to something bigger than yourself, like a higher power, how will you ever devote yourself to something as bait as you like your significant other? So I end this video to let you know that you should exercise caution. A woman's belief system is crucial to the longevity of your relationship with her. If she is using a religion to only manipulate you, you should dump her immediately. If she has no belief system at all, how will she ever believe in you, the man that will give her the world? If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment on what you feel about women and religion. This could be a juicy topic, so I encourage you guys to share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay hungry, noble men.